Welcome everyone back to Hard True Hoops, brought to you by Unapologetic Sports Network. I'm your host, Anthony. This is my co-host, McCaven. McCaven, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. My pick, we on track. We on track.
Yeah, I mean, you did say they could sweep, but you said five. Um, but we do have a very interesting NBA Finals going on currently. Game four is tonight. Um, and just based off the first three games, how would you grade this finals?
A 12 out of 10. This finals has been really good. I mean, we talked about it. I think for me personally, I think for me personally, it's been one of the most interesting finals since 2019, Raptors and Warriors finals. That's just for me personally. Um, I know that you differ on that and everything like that. This one has been very interesting and everything, especially with how they're calling the games, like the physicality. I mean, the shot making. Like this these finals. Whoever wins, like they truly won. Like they this is not nothing. Like the referees are not giving them anything. Neither team is giving up anything. Like and every game has been close. I'm really hoping it continues to be like this and we do not have a blowout. Like this has been like the best basketball and it's the finals. It should be, right? It should be the best basketball. This has been the absolute best basketball I've seen all year long with these two teams.
Yeah, I agree with that last part. I mean, it's like certain moments during some games, I kind of might zone out, I might get on my phone, scroll Twitter, whatever the case may be. But like this series is like I've been glued, what I'm saying, to watching the games just because the high level of basketball is being played. I mean, I think this is definitely the best finals of this decade. This is better than 2021 to me, through three games at least. And then, I mean, and similar to 2021, a team went up 2-0, and then the Bucks ended up coming back from that one. So I mean, we'll see if San Antonio can recreate that. But I mean, I've seen no team has lost the first two games at home and came back in the finals. I think the last time a team has came back from down 0-2 after losing the first two home games was that 2021. It was the Clippers versus the Mavericks. That when Kawhi went crazy.
Yeah.
Um, that's a very memorable series for me. But yeah, I mean, this series right now, I mean, it feels like I'm watching the two best teams in the league play. Uh,
Hmm.
and I mean, every game has been close. We haven't had any blowouts, even though I think tonight, if we have a blowout in this series, tonight will be the night. And I want to get into that because I mean, game two to me, that was the closest game. That was a 1 point game. The game where Vic missed the game winning shot. That game right there. I mean, quite frankly, I think San Antonio has had a chance to win all three of these games.
Yeah.
Uh, but they lost game one by 10 points. They definitely had a chance, but I'm like, that's fine. They just came off the 7 game series. The Knicks were rested. Um, they had a great game from Cat, everything like that. But then game two, I feel like the Knicks honestly, even game one a little bit too, but the Knicks have not played their best basketball yet.
No.
Um, Jalen Brunson is, if I'm not mistaken, I seen something about he's like shot 81 shots and had like 80 points over this series.
Yeah.
Um, hasn't been great. And let me see. I had his stats here because it is like he cannot get nothing off against anybody in this series. Which I think kind of plays into the Spurs like what they should be trying to get Brunson to do. They should be
Hmm.
trying to get Brunson to be, dribbling the air out the ball because he has not been very good at doing that. I have it here. So 68, almost about 67 possessions in this series has been against Stephon Castle. He has 14 points on 34% effective field goal percentage. Like he's not getting nothing off. Dylan Harper, 35 possessions, 5 points at 42%. I mean, the best he's got is the 34 possessions against Julian Champagny, 26 points on 63%. Um, but they're having the guards on San Antonio guard him straight up, and these are strong guards with strong bases. They not pushovers. Jalen Brunson doesn't have like a strength advantage over them, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
he can't really get anything off. The Knicks offense looks best whenever you have Cat on the strong side and then Wemby's roaming off Josh Hart or whoever. Cat skips past the ball to Josh Hart, and then now the ball gets moving. The Spurs get scrambled, and then an open shot happens, and then you got Wemby. He getting boxed out by OG and by Josh Hart. Cass coming in getting an offensive rebound, or Mitch Robinson in the game getting an offensive rebound, and that's another possession. Like that's how especially in game two. Like game two to me was the biggest game in this series. I think seeing the Spurs lose that game to me, I was like, yeah, I don't think they're gonna win this series anymore, based off that game alone.
Man, okay. Let me fix this. It was drooping down, and then get into what you just said. Okay, so you just man, that's crazy. I mean I full on did not expect the Knicks to win game two. I was expecting a loss in game two. But I I still think there's a chance that San Antonio can win this. But man, that's a crazy statement at what you just said. Game two, yes, it was definitely crazy. I really agree with everything that you said. Your last statement I was not
I
expecting it
mean,
at all.
they lost both games at home as the inexperienced team, and they had to go back in New York. I mean, they took home court advantage just winning game one. They
Mhm.
full on snatched home court advantage. The Knicks will have to, or the Spurs will have to win. It's 2 games. No, it'll be 3 games left in New York, and then 2 games left in San Antonio. Which
Mhm.
I mean, they did get a win in New York,
They
right? So
did.
now it's 2-2 as far as the games goes in West City, and then they did win a game 7 in Oklahoma City. So winning on the road has not been a bad like a thing they have been able to do. But then I'm just like and mind you, this I'm saying based like how I felt after game two, game three did happen. My opinion might have shifted a little bit. We'll talk about
Mhm.
that. But after game two, I think that was like them shooting themselves in the foot. And I didn't even get to the point of the turnover at the end.
I
You
I
know,
somewhat agree with you. I somewhat agree with you because after the Knicks won game two, I was like, yeah, there's no way the Knicks are going to win game three. And then to add on to it, right, with Donald Trump going to the game, that added a whole bunch of extra stuff for the players. And I knew that the Knicks was going to lose game three. I'm like, yeah, they're definitely losing game three because I did not expect a sweep at all. I'm like the Spurs are not getting swept. So
I don't
the
think the NBA was going to allow. I don't think the NBA was going
yeah.
to allow it.
Yeah, they're and it's just the Spurs, I mean, it's not like they're a bad team, like they're a good team. Like I've seen, like yeah, I knew that they were not going to get swept. So, yeah, after game 3, I have like I have more confidence in the Knicks. Like I'm ultimately confident now. Like it's going to be Knicks in 5 now. I think they win the next 2 tonight, and then Game 5. It's unfortunate for New York to win the championship in San Antonio, but I think that is where they cap this off in Game 5. Um, there was a couple spots. I mean, well, before we get to Game 3, let's talk about that Game 2 and that turnovers, that situation with Wemby and his turnover and stuff like that. Because I told you, their inexperience in youth is going to come. Is going to show up. It's going to show up. I told you.
Well, the thing about that play, I just rewatched game two, and I rewatched that play like 7 times. I was just so dumbfounded just watching it. Like it happened so quick. It was just like that, and just like the game. Like I remember when I was watching it live, Jalen Brunson he shoots a jumper over Wemby, and he
Mhm.
misses. And Wemby actually with one hand somehow boxes out Cat for the first time this series. And I'm like, oh, he got the rebound. They got 3 guards. It was I want to say it was Harper, Fox, and Vassell underneath the rim. Devon Castle was looking at Wemby. Literally the second he turned his head when he passed the ball, right off the dude back, and it stayed in bounds. And Jalen Brunson got the ball, and then Wemby fouled. It's just like so many just, and it's of course in the moment, it's like it's a split second decision.
Yeah.
And I got a bird's eye view. I can rewatch it so many times. I'm just like, he looked at Dylan Harper. Just give him the ball. Dylan Harper was hooping in game 2. Just give him the ball. You know what I mean? This is not the same, but similar situation in game. I want to say it was game 1 against Minnesota in the conference finals when we got the rebound, passed it to Harper. Harper passed it back to Wemby, and then whatever happened or something like that. No, Harper got it, passed to Wemby, then Wemby passed it right back to Harper, and then they end up getting a shot from Julian Champagne where he missed. But just like in those moments, it was a conversation in that game because they ended up losing that game, and then them losing this game. It's like call timeout. But obviously, them being a young inexperienced team, you don't want to draw up something that they don't execute. You don't want New York to be able to set up and put the perfect defense out there because then they would have took Brunson out the game, all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're also the inexperience with the coaching as well. Because I think in that situation, Mike Brown calls timeout.
Yeah, but I mean, there is some inexperience with coaching. I'm not going to say that that there is not, but just me
Greg Popovich
personally,
calls timeout there.
I don't know. I don't know if Pop calls timeout because the timeout is going to depend on your personnel. Precisely the reason what you were talking about. I agree with the no timeout. In late game situations, I agree with just
In most scenarios, I would. With this specific team, with how young they are, I would call timeout.
I
I
wouldn't
thought they were
have. I
going to
agree
call
with that
timeout.
call. I agree with the no timeout, and that's you're often in a better position if you just let them keep playing. Now, obviously, he turned the ball over and stuff like that. 2020 hindsight stuff, but you're in my opinion you're almost in a better position if you let them play out and if you just let them play and see where it goes from there. Because, like you said, they call timeout subs, they get the best defensive set. I mean, it's not like teams watching um teams watching film. They like, oh yeah, we've seen this play before, setting up. So it's not guaranteed what you draw up is actually going to work, and it's not even just speaking to the Spurs youth. This is just in general. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, because of it's not like they're drawing up something brand new in the finals. Like, no, they're drawing up something that they've ran before, which is
I mean,
already on
and
film.
to be fair, they did have a chance to draw something up, and
Yeah.
I personally didn't like that shot either. And I didn't like it when I seen Wemby caught the ball and he shot it. He had an extra second to maybe like square himself up with the rim, maybe get a jab step to create a little bit more space. But even just the play in general, I'm like, they couldn't draw up anything different. It just
You
Fox
didn't
got the
like.
ball, screen, gave it to Wemby. I mean, you live with that shot. It's the best player in the world, in my opinion.
No.
You live with that shot. I mean, whoever you think the best player in the world is, you
There is
got
none.
who?
There is none. It's vacant.
I mean, somebody got to be. And right now, he beat the guy that I thought was the best player in the world before that.
No, I don't think that somebody has to be in that spot. This is a conversation we're probably gonna
I
talk
mean,
about over and over.
somebody is. It
I
could
don't think
be
so.
a
I think it could be
1-1A or
vacant.
what situation, but somebody's the best.
I think it's vacant.
He's the best one. He's the best one last standing. I'll say that. But I mean, you live with that shot, and whoever the best player in the world is, whether you want to say it's any of the other three, whether it's Luka, Shea, Jokic, even Giannis, you get them the ball, last possession of the game, chance to win the game. You live with that. And like I said, even with the that Minnesota game where even though it was Julian Champagne that shot, it was your best shooter. He got a wide open shot at the end of the game, and they didn't call timeout then. So it's like it is a given, give and take moment. I think in that very moment, a timeout would have been very good for them. But then they even, well, no, they end up using the timeout to end up advance the ball. So maybe Maybe not. I don't know.
I like the shot at the end of game too from Wemby. It just didn't fall. I mean, 7-5. Your best player. A good look. I mean, honestly, with him being 7'5" at that range, I mean, it's really a great look. So it wasn't horrible or anything like that. I like it. It just didn't fall. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, for me, I'm like you said, best player on the team. You're just gonna live and die with that. You gonna either live with it or you're gonna die with it. So that's
Yeah,
just
it might seem like I'm talking like both sides because like I don't hate the shot and I understand it's a
mhm.
fine shot. I just as soon as I seen the play, I just didn't like. I'm like we could have been more creative with how we tried to get him the ball or in a better situation. Even
on
and
some
it's just
JJ Redick
I'm
X and O's.
I'm micro coaching because I'm like even Fox caught the ball and kind of held it for like 2 seconds and just like
Mhm.
just go ahead and get some like it basically really no one else moved. It was just Fox and Wimby. It's like we couldn't get nothing else. It was 10 seconds left.
Now
It could
that is where you're correct on coaching comes into point because and that's what I thought about too. I thought my instant thought was, okay, 10 seconds left, right? They were down one. Do you want to try to get up two shots or would you rather just get one good one and you just live with the result? So it's like what because that is a coaching standpoint from like, okay, do we want to try to hurry up and get a quick shot? And we got 7-5 sitting here, so we're likely going to get the offensive rebound. And a putback for Wimby is, easy. So
because I actually want to go back and look really quick. You can go ahead and keep talking, but I want to see because based on who's on the court, like 10 seconds left, they could have tried some. That's plenty of time to get some movement around to
yeah,
where you could possibly try to get Wimby close to the paint
hmm
and someone else shoot a shot and Wimby try to get the putback.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
or
You're
something because really like you can't just that can't be the only shot. Mm,
Yeah. Your thinking is not wrong. That is from a coaching perspective on kind of game planning, and this is stuff that from coaching perspective that you got to have like beforehand. You got to go through different scenarios way beforehand. But you are right. Like I said, like do you want to with 10 seconds you can get up two, maybe even three shots. Like honestly, with having 7-5 available to you, that's mobile. Wimby is mobile. He's not like his 7-5. He's not Mitchell Robinson. He's not he's mobile. He can move. So you can possibly get up two for sure, maybe even a third shot on a putback. Um, or do you want to go the route where San Antonio did? You draw up one play, you get one shot, and you just live or die with the result. Um, that is a tough question. That's a tough one. I'm not mad at the play or the shot. Um, it's just a tough result, obviously.
yeah,
But
it's the hindsight 2020 obviously.
yeah,
Because if he makes a shot, then he had an amazing second half. He'll be like, oh my god, look at what Wemby did. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For some reason, the NBA app want to have this video in 120p, but literally I can't even tell who's in these corners, but it's two players in the corner, one in the dunker spot. I can't tell who's who. But Wemby shoots the ball with 2.1 seconds left. And then the ball comes off the rim. And I know it was Vassell. He caught the ball with like 0.5 seconds left. But if you guys were gonna get a shot up before like right before the buzzer, then it's like you guys could have got a shot up at like we had 4 seconds left and possible have time for a putback possibly.
right, yeah. Because
Um,
Fox caught the ball, held it for a second or whatever, and he Fox wasted at least 4 seconds.
yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know if that was part of the play,
I think it was.
or like, cause then if that's part of the play, that's why I don't like the play. I'm like, why? When I'm watching, I'm like, why did he just hold the ball for 2 seconds? You don't got that much time. Plus, it's like, I'm glad, I'm glad it's 2026. I'm glad they didn't shoot a three. That would have really pissed me off.
Yeah,
Um, I
but
mean,
that also goes into coaching too. 7-5, you could have Wimby going downhill. I mean, you can have him going downhill. It's similar to, it's coaching stuff is similar. Put your players in the best position to make plays. It's similar to a couple years back in the playoffs, Ja Morant, uh, he missed the game-winning layup, but he missed that game-winning layup. I believe it was against Golden State. He missed it, but he had a great look. Coach Jenkins drew up a great play, get Ja Morant going downhill, get the ball. He had a left hand layup, an easy layup. He just missed it. But the Spurs, Mitch Johnson, he could have drew up something that had Wemby going downhill to the basket. Like I said, the 7'5", who's mobile. Wemby can move, so it's possible. But yeah, it's like we said, it's the hindsight thing, man. It's the hindsight thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to really find this last shot because I don't know why they got it so blurred. But I mean, it's fine. Because like you said, they did winning. They did win game 3. Well, I think I found the shot. Hold on, I think I found it.
They could have lost game 3. I got it. Man, a couple threes fall for New York, Spurs lose game 3.
So watching the game, I honestly kind of thought. Oh wait, actually, hold on. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I got the shot. Okay, Fox catches the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So hold on, I have it just for the shot. But look, they're starting the pick and roll at 5.6 seconds left.
Yeah.
Wemby actually sets the screen at about 4 seconds.
So he
catches the ball at 2.7 seconds.
So Fox wasted 6 seconds. Oof.
And then Wemby shot the ball, like he literally caught the ball and had to just shoot. He couldn't jab. He didn't have the time. It's like you gotta give your best player, and even though Wemby's a big man, right? He's not supposed to. But like, if this is a Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, give him time to at least be able to set up, dribble something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe think about getting downhill or seeing what the defense, if they do try to get downhill, see the defense collapse, they can make the pass or whatever.
Yeah.
But like we said, you live with that shot. Game 3 though, great win from the Spurs. I do think the weirdness of the vibes of the game did throw off the momentum. Because New York won, they would have had it felt like a whole vibe died down. Of course, the expensive tickets means the diehard fans aren't going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You got just all the celebrities. Literally, the whole time I was telling my girlfriend, I'm like, you see that dude in the yellow shirt right there? Like, who's that? I'm like, that's DJ Khaled. You can just see him. Like, you ain't no real fans here. You got DJ Khaled here. He was looking at his phone the whole time.
Yeah, he was on his phone.
But then, it's just the Spurs came out, and the Spurs, this is what they do best. When they come out and they punch the other team in the mouth off rip. You give yourself an advantage. You give yourself the margin for error, because when they make the young team mistakes, then they can, make up for it. But then, what do you think was the biggest thing that led to the Spurs winning or the Knicks losing in that game?
Well, it was more so the Knicks losing. Mike Brown not playing Jordan Clarkson a little bit more. If somebody has it going right, just put him in the game. Like, and Jordan Clarkson had it going. He literally brung Jordan Clarkson in like in the second quarter because they needed offense. It was bleak. It was looking horrible for New York, and they needed offense. He came in and literally ignited their offense.
Yeah,
And then
10 points in 13 minutes.
Yeah, come on now, That's simple math there. But I have it down here that it was 2 shots at the end of the fourth quarter, 2 threes that New York still could have won this game. And if they make these 2 threes, New York wins this game because for some reason Jalen Brunson will shoot 7 for 37 all game long. But then as soon as the fourth quarter start, he's cashing, he's cashing, and he's cashing. He's a really clutch player. So as long as the game is close in the fourth, I trust Jalen Brunson. But so Cat actually had a three with 3:05 left. It was a great look. It was a quick trigger pull. He missed it. It was a tough one. That one would have cut the lead to 3. And then and right after that shot in the fourth quarter, after Cat missed that 3, they were 0 for 9 from 3 in the fourth quarter. They still had not made a 3, which is why I say if 1 or 2 threes, or really 2 threes fall, which I'm not even, predicting them. I don't need them to go 7 for 9 or shoot outstanding. No, if they go 2 for 9, 2 for 10, they can win this game. Miles Bridges then had another 3 at it was a minute 30. It was a minute 30 in the fourth. And he missed that one, which made them 0 for 10 from 3. So it's just now Brunson then did come down and hit that 3 to cut the lead to 3 with 33 seconds left. It's a lot of threes. But which made 111, 108. And then that's when De'Aaron Fox came down to make that tough basket. Great basket by De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
But my overall thing is, while I'm not discouraged, is literally because with 33 seconds left, the Knicks were down by 3. Right? They were down by 3. They didn't have the ball. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox came down and made that tough basket. But as great as like you're sitting here saying the Spurs had this great win, and they did. Stephon Castle played his ass off. And Wemby did too, and the De'Aaron Fox with his timely buckets. But yeah, as great as you saying that the Spurs played, and they did, the Knicks were down 3 with 33 seconds left, still had an opportunity to clutch up this win.
Yeah, and I think both teams had like it could be 3-0 either way. It could be 2-1 either way. I mean, this series is super close. And I was trying to see if I could find it. One of those threes you're talking about, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the Cat 3, or it might have been. Was this the game when Jalen Brunson had that wide open 3 and he missed it, and then the very next possession was because I remember both teams were 0 for whatever in the fourth quarter shooting threes. And then that's when Dylan Harper made a 3, and then Stephon Castle made a 3. And it was just like it was a 6-point swing, just like the Knicks missed, and then
I believe so, because Castle made, I think after the Cat 3 missed, Castle made a tough 3 at the end of the shot clock. It was a tough one. It was kind of way out there, right at the end of the shot clock. Just chucked the ball up and cashed it.
because I'm trying to see, because I remember what's his name, Harper. He was like 1 for whatever from 3.
Yeah,
And then the
game
one
3
he
he
hit
wasn't.
was in the fourth quarter, like right after someone else had missed, and it was just like that big momentum swing. It's like, which he was 5 for whatever. He was 5 for 18 last game, 1 for 8 from 3. I like the way he played personally. I don't have no complaint. Like him being a rookie and having that fearlessness on both ends of the floor, I think is like it might not get, you know what I'm saying? Like obviously Wemby was the best and then Stephon Castle was the second best player of that game. And then De'Aaron Fox hit the shot. And I think De'Aaron Fox was overall still better than Harper, but like
Yeah,
as far as importance, like the way Harper like 'cause when they'll get Castle off of Jalen Brunson and they'll put Harper on him. And Harper honestly might play better defense on Brunson than Stephon Castle does.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, he really gets in, and plays defense on him really tough. And it might be like a mental thing too, where it's like you got this rookie trying to guard this player who he just won Clutch Player of the Year last year. He's, a vet. And he's like, this rookie can't check me, but the rookie is literally guarding him well. And then on the offensive end, with all the three, when you have all 3 guards in the game, all of them can switch into guard Brunson, and then Brunson can't guard any of them. It's just like having that advantage of the athleticism, it really helped the Spurs a lot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
no, go
must
ahead.
admit, I was wrong about Jalen Brunson. That dude is a straight chair, even against Stephon Castle, my gosh. I mean, every it don't even. I mean, every time someone drives on them, it's like the Knicks gotta the whole team has to adjust just to help Jalen Brunson out because he's a cone. He's a cone, man, when somebody tries to drive on him. So I will admit that I was definitely wrong in that
I
case
mean
where
that was never not true.
I
He's always been a
I
cone.
thought it would be a little better than what it's been.
Nah, he's always been a cone. And honestly, the last thing I actually wanted to get to um was the Brunson thing. So Becky Hammond famously, said that hey, a guard like Brunson can't be the best player on. He can't lead a team to a championship, which
She has not been wrong.
she has not been wrong at all. And the reason she has not been wrong isn't because I mean the Knicks still could win this championship, but they're
Hmm.
not doing it because he's leading them. Anything,
Exactly.
like I said, he's shooting them in the foot. I think I just had the NBA website pulled up. I want to see the exact number of shots he's missed because it's been really bad.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been a team. The Knicks are a team. It's been team wins. I honestly, if the Knicks do go on to win, right, these finals, I'm giving Finals MVP right now, in my opinion, to OG Anunoby. Like honestly, Josh Hart has a case. So like before we
let's
get to
relax,
Jalen
but
Brunson.
I get you, but let's relax.
But I mean, but like it's been a team effort. It's been, I mean, Mikal Bridges had 20 points in game two, and then zilch, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's been like that. Jalen Brunson has been shooting the ball horrible. You're about to talk about his stats. Cat did not have the best game in game three either, right? Versus what he did in game one and two. So and it's been up and down. The only consistent player has pretty much been OG Anunoby. Um, and then Josh Hart, no, he ain't been there scoring wise, but Josh Hart has been providing everything else that the team needs. So yeah, it's been a full team effort for the Knicks. This is if they win these finals, I mean the team accomplishment is really gonna have to be talked about. Just man, like how good of a collection of a group of players are these guys?
Yeah, and it's really gonna be on Coach Mike Brown to
Mhm.
emphasize them playing that team style basketball because I have it pulled up here. In the finals, Jalen Brunson has 82 points on 81 shots. 7 for 22 from three. Um, he's a minus 13 and plus minus. And like I was saying, when they were like they would give Cat the ball and he would, be on the strong side with maybe let's say Mikal Bridges in the corner or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and then Brunson maybe give him a screen off ball on the other side between OG and Josh Hart or whoever else is over there, and then maybe get him moving off ball. And if they're not going to guard Cat with Wimby, they got someone smaller on him because they're going to probably play the three guards.
Mhm.
Um, and probably have Vassell on him or maybe Champagne on him. He's gonna dominate that matchup because he's stronger than all them dudes. Wemby might be too far out to try to actually come out and contest. And then Cat's been game two. He had that one pass to the corner to Mikal. He was looking like, something Carl Anthony Jokic. I was like, I ain't never seen Cat pass like this. And it's just
Hey,
like
Cat trying to win, man.
he's trying to win. He's playing, and it's like, and I've been looking up stats all game. I'm not about to look up those specific stats, but matter of fact, no, I can look up some sort of stat. It's like they play so much better with Cat on the floor, controlling the ball and playing through Cat than having Brunson because Brunson's gonna just try to cook whoever's in front of him. They playing 1-on-1. I actually heard this like guard Cat like the first option, double team Helms. Well, he can't, pick y'all apart or try to, but then guard Brunson 1-on-1. Because you guard Brunson
Yeah.
1-on-1, he's gonna think, oh, I could just cook whoever's in front of me, and it just don't be like that.
Yeah, yeah. When the Spurs have doubled Jalen Brunson, it has not worked out for them, and they've went away from it. They have went away from it. They've started just guarding him just straight up. who one on one and everything, and it's working more in their favor. Now, is that completely stopping the Knicks? No, but it is working. It does help them. It helps their game plan. It works more in their favor, and everything. Um, but that's not, that's not going to be the sole thing that stops and that stops the Knicks. So like I said, it's still a team. Landry Shamet playing great minutes. I mentioned Jordan Clarkson, sorry, playing great minutes and everything. And game four is tonight. I don't be surprised if Deuce Deuce, you know what I'm saying, if he come out and have a great game. Um, if
I
if
mean,
Deuce McBride has a great game,
he's a good
I think
shooter. I mean,
he's
anybody
due.
that's a good shooter, I think, can have one of them type of games.
Yeah, I think he's due. I think he's due. So
The last thing I wanted to speak on with Brunson is he is in the playoffs this year. So the whole playoffs, 48.9% usage on like on ball percentage. He has
yeah.
the ball a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and it's just like it's not like a person who people always say has the ball too much is Luca.
Hmm.
Luca in the regular season was at 42%. Brunson has the ball almost 8% more than Luca in the
And
regular
I watch
season.
all Lakers games. Luca's always got the
Right. And it's just like it's great, like
ball.
because we all can see how well the offense moves when Cat initiates the offense, and then seeing the fact Brunson is, you know, has shot more. He has one more point than shots made.
But you,
Uh,
but you don't go away from it though. You don't go away from it. And my
well, you
reasoning,
don't. But this was part of the issue with the way that the team played in the past was that it was too Brunson centric. Um, and I feel like me saying this would be crazy, but it's not crazy at the same time. It's that James Harden, one person hus dribble the ball offense. It ain't gonna work. Not like this. The reason that
no,
the
no,
Rockets had
this
the
one,
chance back then was because we had Chris Paul who would move the ball versus James Harden go cook. But then it's like if everyone's staying home on everybody else and just letting a good defender guard Brunson, he those shots he's making in the fourth quarter. Yeah, he comes alive in the fourth quarter. He makes, saying I don't know why he all of a sudden started making shots. He ain't making easy shots. You know what I mean? He had that one wide open three, he bricked it, but then he also came down and made a tough shot. It's like
mhm.
you kudos to making a tough shot, but saying 5 for 21 or whatever. It's like, hey, keep shooting.
Yeah, I don't think it's that with the Rockets and everything, and you don't go away from it because still with him shooting horrible, everybody is still getting involved in their offense. They're still swinging the ball around, passing, cutting, moving, like and they're going. I mean, they're not getting into any action until 9 seconds left on the shot clock, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. And they'll run that shot clock all the way down to, I mean, the last tenth of the second before they actually get the shot off.
Yeah,
But majority of possessions, they're almost everybody on the court is touching the ball, even with Brunson doing that, which is why I say don't go away from it because if everybody is still getting there, like I mentioned, Shamit, you know what I'm saying? Cat is obviously doing good. Mikal Bridges had the 20. Um, Jordan Clarkson came in last game and was doing well. Sometimes Mitchell Robinson is able, I know he's probably only scoring, like 4 points, but sometimes he may get 6 or 8. Like if everybody's able to touch the ball and contribute, then don't go away from it, especially because they're up to one. Like they're up to one with Jalen Brunson, having, what is it, 82 points on 81 shots. So you
yeah.
know what I'm saying. So they're up 2-1. So don't go away from it because you never know. Brunson made tonight. He could be the X factor. Maybe he don't shoot 5 for 27. Maybe he shoots 20 for 27. Right, and then you looking at a whole different picture.
I mean, personally, as someone who does like Jalen Brunson's game, especially when he's hooping, I would love to see him have a crazy game like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I had something else, but damn, what did I have? God damn it, I forgot what it was. But that's what it was. Okay, a lot of the shots they're making are a lot of like shots you're saying like Sham is getting and OG and Brunson, or not Brunson, Bridges, whatever. A lot of those are also coming off offensive rebounds from Brunson's misses. So I mean,
Yes.
it is in a way like, okay, some of these bricks are kind of like turnovers, but they're not in a way of like you're getting the shot up and then the offensive rebound. The second chance points, even though you shouldn't rely on that, as a former offense, Houston Rockets. Don't rely on offense rebounds because some games you might not get them, right? And then
Yeah.
now it seems like you're putting up BS. But they have the advantage of having Cat and Mitchell Robinson, so then they can try to get the offense rebound. So it's like, yeah, it's fine because they are up 2-1, but it is something that's just like it should be a point of emphasis. Like, hey, let's try to give Brunson better shots,
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
cleaner
Yeah.
shots,
I
because
agree.
all it takes is for Wemby to have a 20 rebound game, and all of a sudden now it looks very bad. Because Wemby last game had 8 rebounds. You know what I mean?
Or
Um,
not even Wemby 20. Or how about everybody else? Stephon Castle, Vassell, Fox, and Champagny, or whoever else is on the floor. How about you guys all stop relying on Wemby to get 20 rebounds and join in and try to get a rebound? Because yeah, it'll change drastically for the Knicks.
yeah. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the rebound count from these games.
Yeah, you're right on the offensive rebounds. Like a team shouldn't rely on them, and I don't I don't think the Knicks rely on them, but I think it's just been one of those. You're gonna need some luck. You're gonna need some luck, to win a championship a little bit as well. So and I think it's just been one of those things where luck has kind of been rolling their way with the offensive rebounds. I don't think that they've really relied on them, i.e., like your Houston Rockets, who did, to to a certain
We
point.
catered our whole offense around offense rebound. In game one, actually, the Spurs had 54 rebounds to the Knicks 49, and the Spurs had 14 offense rebounds in that game. In game two, the Knicks had 2 more rebounds than the Spurs, and it was 10 offensive rebounds to 5 offensive rebounds that the Knicks had, or the Knicks had the 10. And then last game, the Spurs had New York won the rebound battle 46-37,
Mm,
12 offensive rebounds for the Knicks to 6 for the Spurs.
man.
And it's just like 2 games, back-to-back games that, you know, very close games, very winnable games I mean, they did win game 3 and they very
Yeah.
well could have won this game. And offense rebounds helped a whole lot. Now, obviously, I mean, if they come out game 4 and then they win the offense rebound battle again and they win, it's just like, hey, that's just a formula that's going to work for them. That's just something that the Spurs, at that point, which the Spurs do need to get better at rebounding, right? I don't want to say that's not part of it, but if the Spurs do have a better rebound tonight, how is that offense going to look for the Knicks if, a lot of the points they're getting are off of, second chance points?
Hmm.
But I think that's a lot of good conversation. But of course, everything we just said for the last 42 minutes could change if,
Tonight.
depending on what happens tonight in the game. So,
Yeah.
you got anything else?
Yeah, man. This whole conversation, like we're getting down to nitty gritty, talking about how many offensive rebounds, like different, more efficiency. Like these finals have been so great. Like this is how detailed you got to have of a conversation about how one team can win or how one team can lose. That's how great like this basketball product has been this year for the NBA. I hope that we see this moving forward a lot in the playoffs, because I think this is going to skyrocket the NBA, to be on, on a level of like the NFL, and stuff like that. So yeah, this has been a great playoffs and a great finals.
Yeah, and what I don't want people to end up doing, which I know people probably will, is look at the regular season next year and then be like, oh, what happened from what happened in the playoffs this year? I'm like, look, let's just appreciate what we get in the playoffs this year because we getting some good goddamn hoops,
Yeah,
you know. But then what I don't want us to do is also start fantasizing and calling this playoff something that's not in 20 years and start sounding like the old heads back in the day. Like this playoffs is really, really good, but we're still in 2026 basketball.
yeah,
Uh, but I'm definitely appreciating this basketball play. Like I said, look, I've been trying to watch Love Island and the basketball. I'm like, hey, they're both going on at the same time. I'm watching this basketball. Fuck all that other stuff. It's too good of hoops. And it's like my team ain't even in it, and I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
So yeah, but this has been a great playoff so far. Hopefully, this series can. I mean, I don't want this series to end in 2 more games. I need another 3 more of these games. Because once we're done with this, there's no more hoops for 5 months.
Hey, New York is here for a good time, not a long time, man.
Yeah, they better get on it, because if they don't, I don't know if they're gonna get back here.
If they lose tonight, I'm cooked, man.
If they lose tonight, we might have to record right after something before next game, because we got a series for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be crying. We record, and I'm gonna be crying.
Yeah, with all that being said, man, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Please subscribe. We ain't got no new subscribers in like a month. So yeah, please subscribe, please like. We will be back here probably before game 5, maybe if it's 2-2. If it's 3-1, we'll probably be after game 6, after the Knicks win the championship. So shout out to the Knicks, shout out to the Spurs. Thanks for watching Hard Truth Hoops on the Unapologetic Sports Network. You guys have a good one. Peace.